Hello, sir.
I think he's still there.
Voice is not coming, na?
Yes, Swati. Hello. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Sir is now. I think sir is there.
Yes, yes. I'll share my PPT once again. PPT is visible.
Yes, sir. Able to view your screen.
Okay. Sigmund Freud founded psychoanalysis. It is very good and important school of psychology, which we have to learn. So, uh, Sigmund Freud believed that people could deal with many of their mental alignments. Okay. So, according to Sigmund Freud, there are different settings in our brain, in our mind. So, uh, so each and every individual should deal with its alignment. So while dealing that, uh, each and everyone should bring out repressed memories, whatever memories are hidden, whatever memories are what you call those memories are not uh, awake. Okay, those memories should bring out according to Sigmund Freud. So that is, he wanted to make unconscious thought and feelings conscious so that people could deal with them. So we know that there are three parts of our mind: conscious mind, unconscious mind, and subconscious mind. According to Sigmund Freud, uh, unconscious thoughts and feelings uh, should uh, bring towards conscious. So when happen that thing, that time people could deal with uh, properly uh, with mental process and mental alignment. So this process is commonly used to deal with anxiety and depression. So means we know that there are different types of emotions: anxiety, then depression, then happiness, sorrow, excitement. uh, okay, these are the types of emotions. So so this process commonly used to deal with anxiety and depression. And we know that we deal with different situation. While dealing with different situation, we have some worries, some anxiety, some depression, some tension, stress, strain. Okay, all these kind of things happens in our life. So after that, he said that he placed a great deal of focus on childhood memories and dreams because these were, he thought, manifestation of the unconscious mind. Okay, means whatever unconscious mind have received experiences, thought, those experiences, thought, feelings, we have to uh, uh, take in conscious mind. Then and then we can do better in our life, according to Sigmund Freud. So here we have to understand that psychoanalysis operated upon several assumptions. Means Sigmund Freud have put some hypotheses, and before hypotheses, assumptions are there. For any theory and for any law, required assumptions and hypotheses. Without that, we cannot go for establishing any theory or law. Okay, so when we study psychology, that time in psychology we have different theory. We have to study different theories, and Sigmund Freud uh, fix some assumptions. Okay, he considered some assumptions while studying psychoanalysis. So what kind of assumptions he considered? We have to understand those things. The theory assumes that all psychological problems have their origin in the unconscious mind. Okay, all the psychological problems have their origins in unconscious mind. Whatever we store unconsciously in our mind, due to that, in our life, uh, problems creates. Second thing is, symptoms are caused by these hidden disturbances in the unconscious mind. Okay, symptoms are caused by these hidden disturbances. Means whatever we have stored unconsciously, and there are particular symptoms are there, and due to that symptoms is due to that thing, a lot of disturbances we can see in our life. Third thing is the causes are usually related to repressed trauma or unsolved issues that occur during childhood development. And this is very good thing given by Sigmund Freud. Adolescent period or childhood period is okay, major period in growth and development. And mainly in adolescent period, uh, children used to store some unconscious things in their mind. So, and those things are stored in unconsciously in their mind, and due to that, some trauma can be happen, or there is no outlet. Okay, there is no outlet of all those two things unconsciously during childhood period as well as in uh, adolescent period. So different issue we can see during that age, teen age. So there should be a particular outlet. Then and then children will be free. They will talk freely. They will behave freely. Otherwise, there are different problems may arise. And last thing is treatment's focus is to bring out these refreshed memories so that the person can deal with them in his or her conscious mind. Okay, treatment should be there. Okay, we take very simple example, means if we are alone and mm, we want to talk with someone, maybe with our parents, with, with our classmates or with relatives. Okay, so and okay, we pick up mobile phone and we make call, and we talk to them, and in that communication, in that talking, we try to give information, we try to say something, whatever things are stored in our mind unconsciously. And after 5 minutes, when that call is end, that time we get free. Okay, we feel free. That is a kind of treatment. Okay, means ourselves we can do treatment, proper treatment. And sometime it is not possible individually to take treatment. That time we can take help of psychologists, we can take help of medical area. So these are the assumptions given by Sigmund Freud. Now we have to understand uh, defense mechanism include things like repression, denial, projection, displacement, and sublimation. Okay, so and each and every moment in our life, in our day-to-day life, we have defense mechanism. Okay, means in defense mechanism, what happens? We try to avoid something, we try to avoid something, and we try to accept something. Whatever things we like, those things we try to accept, we try to work on that thing. But whatever things are not like, that time we try to avoid those things. So defense mechanism means in day-to-day life, in our home, in our house, okay, in at working place, we do defense mechanism. It is not a wrong thing, it is a natural thing, it is a psychological thing. And each and every person go through that phase daily. Okay, daily or in his life, you can say. So repression, denial, projection, displacement, and sublimation. Okay, so these are the defense mechanism. If you read a psychology book, that time there are 15 defense mechanism. Here we don't have that much time to tell about each and every defense mechanism. It is a yes. It is a okay. Uh, separate area in psychology, that is defense mechanism. So food was not focused on a reduction of symptoms. Okay. In first slide, previous slide, we have seen that there are a particular mental alignment. Okay. Means there is a okay particular mental setting, and in that mental setting, some symptoms are there. Symptoms are available, and those symptoms are available because of unconscious thinking, unconscious mind. So here, uh, the thing is clear that Freud was not focused on a reduction of symptoms. He's not going to reduce. He's not going to remove symptom. But what things he wanted to do? He wanted to find and bring out the underlying problem. Means there are some problems. Okay, there are some problems in one's life, uh, and Sigmund Freud wanted to find and bring out the underlying problem. Whatever problems an individual face, those problems can be find out, and it can be bring out the uh, uh, existing problem. Target, this was the main aim of psychoanalysis, mainly Sigmund Freud. The similarities between Freud's approach and modern therapy are fairly apparent. Okay. Yes, students, would you be able to observe this slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes. Parinita is there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Can you tell me what is this, Parinita? What thing you are going to observe?
So I'm really not able to, but still, I think it's like a bird sign.
It's like a bird sign. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Yes. Parinita is saying it's like a bird sign. Okay. Someone other? Other?
Your voice is so small, sir.
Ha. You can answer. Yes. What is that? Others?
So I think it
Ha.
is bat-like structure, bat.
It is a bat-like structure. Okay. Okay. Other students? Other students can reply. At least 4 to 5 students have to reply.
Some irregular structure.
Irregular structure. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Next.
It's like a bat of.
It's like a bat. Okay.
And shall I tell, sir?
Yes. You can.
And it is looking like a mirror image.
It is looking uh, a mirror image. Okay. Yes. Someone else? Someone else? Who is going to tell next?
So structure which is opposite to each other.
Structure which is opposite to each other. Yes.
Symmetrical.
It is symmetrical. Good. Okay. My next question is, while giving answer, uh, what kind of thought uh, arise in your mind? You have to stick to your answer, and according to your answer, you have to give okay. Next question's answer. Parinita.
Yes, sir. Like
What?
I said bird because the shape of a bat is similar like two. And gave a second answer also opposite to each other. Like one of my friends said like it's a mirror image. So it seemed like dog or like a horse. A horse is facing each other,
Okay.
and middle is a stand, something like that. I'm really not sure whether my answer is correct or not.
Huh.
But this is what I imagine, and that's the reason I replied that it's looking like opposite to each other, and it's a shape of an animal.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Very nice answer you are given regarding this image. This is the Rorschach ink blot test. This is the Rorschach ink blot test. Rorschach is a name of psychologist, and Rorschach have developed such kind of ink blot test. Means, and there are different types of ink blot tests are available, and means very natural and very simple example we can take. When you see at sky, okay, at cloud, that time what we see, when you see towards cloud, that time what kind of shapes do you see, Parinita?
So there is no shape. Sometimes
Irregular shape.
irregular shapes, correct. And sometimes in that shape, so we can, though it is in monsoon season, we can see rainbow also. So there is no specific shape, I can say.
No specific
So
shape.
sometimes the clouds have some shape, sir. I
Yeah,
can actually see the shape of a flower or a
that
cow,
to
like that.
ask. Oh, yes. You can elaborate more. Yes, we can see some shapes. Okay, shape of flower, tree.
Yes, sir. When we closely observe it, we can form it. Like we can make out that the clouds are in some particular shape.
Yes.
We can
Just my
imagine it, right?
imagination, maybe. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we can imagine it.
A tree, a flower, or a cow,
Yes.
or some animal like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but I just want to say something.
Yes.
So when we teach to students symmetry chapter, then there is one example that we put a thread in the ink or a color, different types of color, and we put that thread on the page, and when we fold that page and press on it, and what we remove that thread, then that image is created. So
Yes.
I think this image is like that.
This image is like that. But from that image, one can imagine, okay, whatever he perceive from that image. Means just now, okay, you told your answer regarding this image, and your 4 5 students' answer were different. Yes, am I right? Image is same, okay,
Yes,
image is
yes.
same, but you observed, all students you observed this image, but you perceive differently. Your perceptions are different regarding this image. It is nothing but it is a part of unconscious mind. Okay, it is a part of unconscious mind. And uh, when you uh, give answer to that image, that time uh, means you try to uh, take out that hidden thing, whatever hidden things are available. Means there may be a lot of hidden things, but at surface at or at first, what things you're going to observe regarding that, at surface, from that surface, uh, things come out from your mind, that is unconscious mind, isn't it? So that is the
Yes,
thing.
sir.
When we see towards sky, when we see towards cloud, that time, okay. And for example, if okay, 3 to 4 boys are sitting, okay, and they are observing cloud. Each one observe, okay, a particular cloud differently. Okay, one can say, okay, it is a uh, flower type cloud. Okay, flower is making now. Okay, animal is okay making elephant. Okay, rabbit. like this, or tree, maybe river, maybe rainbow, isn't it? Okay, so that thing comes from unconscious mind. So Roshas have developed ink block test, and that ink block test used by Sigmund Freud also, okay, in psychoanalysis. So shall we move ahead? It is clear, Parinita and other students also. I'm sorry,
Yes, sir.
I don't know other students' name. That is why, and I know
Yes, sir.
Parinita's name. That is why I'm calling Parinita. But other
Yes,
students,
sir.
okay. Other students clear it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Shall we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
This is a test where the subject is shown pictures of ink blots that are not supposed to any real picture. It is not any real picture. You were saying that is a bat like, okay, but that was not a bat like. It is not supposed to any real picture, but the subject is asked what the ink blot resembles to them. Okay, means whatever object, whatever picture, whatever image we show, and an individual, a person, observe that image, object, and according to his perception, according to his experiences, he give particular meaning to that symbol or image or object. Okay, this happened in this. So it supposedly helps analysts determine what is in the subject unconscious thought process. Okay, so unconscious process is the okay, one of the major process. Okay, conscious, unconscious, and subconscious mind. These are the three types of uh, mind. Okay, so
Hello,
unconscious.
sir.
Yes.
Sorry to disturb you, sir.
Hmm.
But voice आ ही नहीं रही है, sir.
Voice नहीं आ रही क्या? Yes, now.
No, sir. So small, sir.
No voice. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now can you?
नहीं नहीं sir, आ ही नहीं रही है, sir.
Volume is full. Hello. Now is it okay?
Sir, no,
Yeah.
sir. Your voice is so low, sir.
No voice.
The voice is very low from your end, but with the help of PPT, we are able to understand.
Okay.
Actually, same was happening with me. I started using my headphones. The voice is clear now.
Yes, I also.
Made
By
my,
wearing headphones, voice will be very clear.
I have made my voice 100%.
Yes, sir. By using headphones, your voice is clear.
The voice is clear with the help of a headphone, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I'm using headphone. I'm using.
The students use headphones, the voice is very much clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Now is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Very much okay, sir. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll move on. Okay. This was all about psychoanalysis. Okay. Now, next school of psychology is that evolutionary psychology. Okay. And the founder of this psychology is Charles Darwin. You know the theories given by Charles Darwin. We have to understand in this evolutionary psychology combines the concept of natural selection and psychology. Okay, whatever we select naturally, and there is a linkage between psychology. It was strongly influenced by the work of Charles Darwin. Okay, this psychology is influenced by Charles Darwin. It is sometimes referred to as psychological Darwinism. Okay, and this evolutionary psychology is a way of thinking about psychology. It is not an area of study like reasoning, social behavior, or vision would be. Okay, so it is the way of thinking about psychology. This psychology uh, is helpful to knowing the way of thinking about psychology. It is not an area of study, but like reasoning, social behavior, or vision would be. Okay, means in psychological area we study reasoning, social behavior, or some vision also. But it is not like that. But it is the path of thinking about psychology, how we think about a particular thing, and how we select uh, naturally. Okay, so in any selection of any selection, uh, we use psychology. Okay, means whatever we have mindset. Okay, so according to that mindset we select particular thing. So uh, it will be helpful to selecting particular thing, and it is related to psychology. Now we'll move on. Darwin believed that animals and humans evolved in a way that has allowed them to adapt to their environment. Okay, so uh, we know that the history of man, the evolution of man. Okay, so Darwin theory or Darwin believed that animals and humans evolved in a way that has allowed them to adapt their environment. Means we adapt, we accept particular environment, and according to that environment, we try to develop. Okay, so means if you take example of particular region, hilly region, mountainous region, plateau, plain, uh, okay, or maybe a temperate region, maybe equatorial region. Means some regions are very hot, some regions are cold. Okay, polar region also. And people are surviving there in a particular region. Why they are surviving in that particular region? Because they have adjusted in that particular region, in a particular environment. So animals and human have evolved uh, by adapting uh, their particular environment. When the psychology portion is added in, the theory assumes that useful mental processes like memory, language, and perception were developed because they served as a useful and adaptive purpose. Okay, so memory, language, and perception. This is the most important thing. So this theory assumes that useful mental processes. For mental processes, what thing is required? Memory is required, language is required, and perception is required. Okay. So without memory, we cannot store a particular thing in our mind. Okay. Without language, we cannot deliver whatever message we have to deliver. Okay. And perception is again a most important thing in this theory. So we developed because they served as a helpful and adaptive purpose. For adapting, for accepting particular situation, for accepting particular environment, memory, language, and perception, these three things are very essential. When we have good in that, means memory, language, and perception, we adapt. Okay, a particular situation, we can survive in particular situation, or we can live very okay properly in that particular environment or situation. So part of Darwin's theory is that those who do not develop these traits will die out. Okay, means memory, language, and perception. These three things are very essential. And this theory says that those who do not develop these traits will die out. So we have to adapt particular situation. We have to adapt particular environment. And eventually, only those organisms with the trait will survive. Okay, means those are organism, means those organism. Okay, organisms are uh, okay ready to adapt, ready to accept particular thing. Those will survive. Okay, or other will die, according to Darwin's theory. That concept is carried over into evolutionary psychology as well. Okay, this is the concept which is carried over into evolutionary psychology. Then further we have to understand the focus in evolutionary psychology then is on determining the practical purpose of thought. Okay, practical purpose of thought. Whatever thought we have to use practically. Okay, we have mental process, we have thought process in our brain. So that thought process should be used practically. That is most important thing, and using them in the best way possible. Okay, whatever thought process is there in our mind, in our brain, okay, that thought process we have to use it very properly and in the best way possible. Okay, so we have to give 100% strength, we have to give we have to put okay uh, okay power, we have to put strength to utilize that. Okay, how has evolution shaped the mind and behavior over time? Okay, so we have adapted from evolution of man, we have adapted different more things. That is why uh, we are here, in 2020 21. Okay, so till date we are here because we have adapted, we have accepted different more things in a particular environment. Technically, evolutionary psychology could be used on animals as well, but most of the research is on the development of humans. Okay, so evolutionary psychology could be used on animals as well. Okay, means how animals are evolved. Okay, but most of the research is on the development of humans, how humans developed. Okay, till now this this theory is very helpful. Now next we have to understand that concept of instincts and human nature have their roots in evolutionary psychology. Concept of instincts and human nature, okay, is most important in this theory. While most believe that humans have lost the majority of their natural instincts, those uh, instinctive thought process may still be in the unconscious mind. Okay, means unconscious mind is very powerful mind. Those things are hidden in our unconscious mind. uh, so when we use that thing consciously, whatever things are stored in unconscious mind, those things we can use uh, unconsciously. That is most important, and causing automatic or reflexive action in certain situation, particularly in dangerous situation. Okay, in dangerous situation, when we face very dangerous situation, very critical situation, difficult situation, that time we put some experience. Okay, we remember our past experience and we try to tackle that dangerous situation. We try to solve that dangerous situation, difficult situation, or that may be complex situation. Okay, so from unconscious mind we have to take all those things and we have to tackle like this. Here, William James, okay, a founding father of psychology, William James would argue that humans actually have more instincts. Okay, uh, in last school of psychology, that is functionalism, we have seen that William James is the founder father of functionalism. So again, we have to understand here, William James, a founding father of psychology, would argue that humans actually have more instincts which allow them to thrive so much better than other animals. Humans have that much capabilities, that much abilities. So man can do anything. Okay, so we see more capabilities, more competencies in humans rather than animals. So that is why we have developed more than animals. He argues that we may not realize that we have them because they work so well that they are virtually unnoticeable. The last line is very nice. He argues that we may not realize that we have them, okay, because they work so well, so that they are virtually unnoticeable. Okay, sometimes it happens, and uh, means uh, because of our existence it is not happens. Okay, but uh, it is because they work. So how they work means uh, instincts, how works according to that we may be known from others. Like this means how we instinctively do particular thing according to the, our action, according to that our target goals and our work. Okay, we can known by others, not because of okay we are alive or we are existence. That is okay, not like that. But okay, an individual is known by others because of one's action, one's instinct, one's achievement. Okay, isn't it? Understood? Huh. So it was all about evolutionary psychology. So today we have seen two schools of psychology. First is psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud. Okay, uh, in psychoanalysis, this images or such kind of things, Rorschach's include test works very properly. Okay, and second is evolutionary psychology. In evolutionary psychology, memory, language, and perception is more important to adapt a particular environment. How to use practically of thought process, and human development is more important. Okay. Instincts also more important. Human nature also more important. That is what, okay, in last two lines, the reflection we can see of all content which is given in evolutionary theory, instincts and human nature. Okay, it is all about psychoanalysis and evolutionary psychology. Understood, students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ha, ha. Can I stop my screen sharing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
yes, yes,
sir, may I ask a question?
yes.
Sir, today's lecture on depending subconscious mind and unconscious mind, that how to behave in daily life and
Hello, you're
hello, sir.
not getting.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes, yes,
Oh. Sir, can you hear me?
yes, yes.
Sir, may I ask you the today's lecture on subconscious mind and unconscious mind.
Not
That
subconscious
that
mind. Okay, it is more about unconscious mind.
yeah.
Okay,
So
conscious mind is alert mind. Subconscious mind is not alert mind.
हॅलो
Ha,
हा
yes.
लेक्चर माझा आता सुरू होत आहे
Ha, ha, yes.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Gongutri madam is there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Ha.
Sir, I'm there. Huh.
Ha.
Okay, sir. Okay. Huh.
Ha.
Yes, sir. Can I start?
1 minute, ma'am.
Yes. Sandeep sir is also there. Sandeep sir.
Sandeep sir is also there. He made host to you, ma'am, I think.
No, not yet, sir.
Not yet.
No, I'm just waiting for that.
That option is not coming, ma'am.
No, you are not host, so that option will not come next to your name. Sandeep sir has to make me a host.
Yes, yes.
I'll talk to him, sir. Huh?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Sandeep sir. Hello. Hello, Sandeep sir. Wait a minute. I'll have to call him.
Yes, yes. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Sandeep sir.
Sir, I just called him.
Okay, okay.
Hello. He's in the office. So he'll make me host afterwards, but I'll start, sir. No problem. You can leave.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for waiting. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Afternoon, ma'am.
Why so low voice? Everyone is feeling dizzy or what?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes,
Good
yes. Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Nice to see you all. Okay. Somebody's video is on. I think Prachi. Prachi's video is on. Please put your audio and video off. Yes, Parinita, I can see Parinita over here. So let us start with today's lecture.
Yes, ma'am.
Like yesterday, we have started with Dr. Benjamin Bloom's original and revised taxonomy. And I told you what are the objectives of cognitive domain. So my first question goes to Parinita. Yesterday she wanted to tell the example, but I could not give her a chance because of the time. So Parinita, now are you
Yes,
there?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm
What
still
are
there.
the
Ma'am, it was
objectives of
like I was.
cognitive domain? First of all, you tell me.
Yes, it's like remembering,
Yes.
understanding. Remembering comes to knowledge too. Knowledge remembering means there are two versions, previous and now.
Yes.
So knowledge and remembering,
Right.
comprehension, understanding,
Very good.
application, applying,
Right.
analyzing and analysis and analyzing,
Analyzing. Right.
evaluation and evaluating,
Mm-hmm.
synthesis and creating.
But the stage remains over there, or it changes the place?
Ma'am, the stage remains the same.
No,
Okay.
ma'am. Actually,
The state
one
Means like
changes.
stage
in
is
Okay.
changed.
Okay.
it's
Renuka,
Actually,
changing when
just
it's
yeah.
changing from the old
let
version to new
Parinita
version.
explain first.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Good. You
So
people
this
are trying. That is good for me.
yes,
Parinata, what is the next stage? What is the
the
last stage?
the last stage from down is down it's remembering and for top it goes creating. From
Creating.
remembering to creating, yes. And in
Right.
1950
Right.
saying it was from knowledge to evaluating.
Very good. Very good. Now you remember everything.
Yes,
And
high
now
order
who wants
thinking
to
and
answer next? Who wants to give me one example? Who will give example?
ma'am example I can say for example of mobile phone.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a mobile phone, I have a knowledge. How to operate it, it is an understanding. How
Okay.
to download and for example, I want to apply a software in my
Mm-hmm.
mobile. I have an old phone and a new phone. I want to shift my data from my old phone
Right.
to my new phone. So I'll download something and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it applying. So I know how to apply it. Then I'm able to
Mm-hmm.
also analyze from this data. I have to shift this data and from where to I have to go. So I'll take a help of YouTube or I'll take a help of a Google,
Mm-hmm.
and from that
Mm-hmm.
I will start
What is the meaning of analyzing over here? Analyzing or
anal-
analysis over here means
analysis is
studying it
like,
in
ma'am,
details or making the small parts,
yes, comparing,
isn't it?
differentiate. Like we can also say the words, we can give them how to compare it, how to we
Analysis
can
is
differentiate.
making concept should be divided into small parts and
Yes,
studying it in details. That is analysis. So if you
yes,
can be analyze the things, like so many apps are there, so many operations are there. So if you learn
yes,
everything one by one, that is analysis. And if
yes,
everything put together and you know what is the operating system and how it operates, then that is synthesis,
yes.
isn't it?
So yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. So
And what
after
about evaluation
analyzing,
then
we
in
can
case of
evaluate.
mobile?
With the help of
Hmm.
analysis, we can evaluate it. We can access it,
Mm-hmm.
and we can
Mm-hmm.
evaluate it. And with the
Okay.
once it is
Okay.
done, then what is the performance is that
Mm-hmm.
it is like creating. We have created a design is there. There
Okay.
isn't construction. It isn't organized in a
Okay.
formulaic
So
manner.
anything if you create new by your own, right?
Yes,
So
yes, ma'am.
something that you see everything, so many things are there in the mobile, but if you create by your own something new, and that is the creating, that is the last stage. Okay. Thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much,
For
Parinita. Very good
example, ma'am,
answer.
like
Very good
in
try.
for example, ma'am, in FDP course, they have taught us like Miro, mind mapping. That is something like we are
Right.
evaluating and creating.
Right. Right. That's right. That's
Thank you,
true.
ma'am.
Very good. Okay. So let us start now today's lecture. I'll just share my screen.
Ma'am, may I ask something?
Yes.
Ma'am, is there any difference between the comprehension and understanding?
No, in this case, there is no difference. Comprehension is actually in the noun form and understanding is in the verb form. As far as the meaning is concerned, the meaning is same over here. Okay. So let us go to the original taxonomy first again. Let us see what are the changes in the revised taxonomy, and then we'll proceed further. As usual, we have to revise what we have done, and very good answers I have got from you, all of you, and mostly from Parinita. See, in the old version in 1956, this is the hierarchy given of the cognitive domain, that is from lower order thinking to higher order thinking objectives. So first objective was knowledge, second was comprehension, third application, then analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. This was the old version, which was finalized in 1956. But in 2001, the taxonomy was revised. So remember, we are using revised taxonomy nowadays. It is also a new version, and the change, the most change which is visible is the objectives are converted from noun to verbs. So knowledge is a noun and remembering, see, ing is there everywhere, the acting verbs are there. So from noun to verb, it has changed. And see these objectives: remembering, understanding, applying, and analyzing. Till this stage, all the things are equal from old and revised taxonomy. But the second change which we can see is the evaluation stage has come one stage down, and we are writing it as evaluating acting verb. So evaluation becomes evaluating in this particular revised taxonomy. Synthesis becomes creating. Synthesizing is, collecting the knowledge together, whatever you have learned, okay, over here. And in this case, after combining, after synthesizing the knowledge, you have to create something new of whatever you have learned. So yes, of course, evaluating yourself or your knowledge, being the student, is a higher order thinking. But if you create something new, then that is the best part. That is the most higher level thinking, right? Now let me give you one example. As Ganesha festival is coming, so remembering means, see, if a teacher taught you how to prepare a statue of Lord Ganesha, right? So while teaching, means after teaching, or maybe the process is going on, and when teacher asks you what are the things required to prepare a Ganesha idol or statue, so what you'll say, you will remember, you'll try to recognize what things are necessary, like, colors we want the clay, then we want for jewelry, maybe we'll use the golden color, or we'll use the jewelry which we get, artificial jewelry. So you'll try to recall and remember the things which are used for making the Ganesha idol. Then understanding stage, just recalling, recognizing something is remembering, recalling or remembering what is there, what that is related to your previous knowledge mostly. Then understanding, yes, what is the next stage, how can I do it by my own? Understanding is understanding of the concepts. So when you understand it properly, just, recalling is a knowledge stage. It's a basic stage. What was there, what I have seen, only telling that much is your remembering. But when you understand something in details, when your teacher tells you what should be done to make it, then you understand it clearly, and you can be able to tell that. You can be able to differentiate, you can be able to classify also. That is the second stage. Now, when you apply the knowledge which is given by your teacher, that making the things by clay, so what is the procedure? When you apply that skill in making the statue of Lord Ganesha, then what will happen? You are applying that in your daily life. So that application objective will be fulfilled in this stage. Analyzing, you'll analyze the things, detailing the things, like, eye, the shape of the eye, shape of the ear, shape of nose. So all these things you'll analyze properly. You'll think about it, what should be done for each and every part of Lord Ganesha, how it should be. It will look good, it will look very will feel that devotion, that attachment, attachment, like, devotionally towards that particular idol. So that thing is in analyzing. Now, after making the idol, after coloring it and making it properly, you see it, you evaluate your work, whether I have done, whether I have given a proper justice to whatever I am doing. Okay. And finally, you create it completely, and that is what is your own, you can say, contribution in creating something new. So here you have got the basic idea from your teacher. You have understood it completely, tried to, apply the knowledge of whatever you have got of making something out of clay. Then you analyze the things, how it should be, what should be the proportion. when you evaluate yourself, whether you have understood everything clearly, or you can be able to whatever you are doing, whether you are doing it properly or not, when you evaluate yourself, then you create something. When we create something good, when we create something in the desirable way, then you have fulfilled the objective, and the last stage of the objective, that is higher order thinking. So whenever you create something new, see, I'm repeating this again and again, when you create something new by your own, see, everybody's Ganesha, Lord Ganesha's statue or is not same, will not be same. You know, everybody's ideas are different. Everybody's creativity is different. And that way, when you create something new by your own, that is your creativity. And then I can say, you know, with pride, with proud feeling, that my students have reached to the creating stage, and now they have achieved the cognitive domain till the higher order thinking. So whenever you teach anything to your student, yesterday I said something, you know, I said that I want everybody to be prepared. I want your videos, I want you to on your videos and take one paper. So is it suitable for at least 5 to 6 students to keep one paper in your hand? I want to conduct one activity with you. I'll just stop sharing first.
Yes, ma'am.
At least
We would
few
love to.
students. I want you to have one paper with you.
Yes.
And open your videos.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is there? Keep that paper in your hand, just blank paper I want. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Anshika. Okay, Anshika is there. Very good, Anshika. Sangeeta is there. Very good. Who else? Anybody else is there for participation? Very good. Renuka.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Renuka.
Ma'am.
Are we meeting
Anita is
face to
also
face
there.
for the first time? Who else is there?
Ma'am,
Renuka.
Sangeeta here.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Parinita.
Parinita.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. So now at least I am having 5 students with me. Now other students, if you want to put your videos on, please put your videos on. You're having this last moment. After that, you don't have to put your videos on. I'll be starting instructing. Okay, Anita is there. Everybody is having page. Okay, just keep that page in front of you like this. Okay, everybody, show it to me. I cannot see everybody's page. Blank page. Okay, we are going to tear it. But you have to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Not that way, just close it. I have full faith in you. Just close your eyes. Don't close with your hands. And I'm going to instruct you, and you'll have to do whatever I'm saying with that paper. Right?
sure. Sure,
Yes.
sure.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Everybody, I'm seeing you, huh? Properly. Right. Close your eyes. First instruction. Close your eyes. Keep your
Okay.
paper in front of
Yes.
you. Fold it from upside down. Very good. Fold it again from upside
Okay,
down.
na?
There should be 2 folds. Don't look at the paper. You are not supposed to look at the paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will.
Tear it from the center. Make a hole in the center without looking at the paper. Show it to me. It should be visible to me.
Hole, ma'am. Should I make a hole?
Cut the page. Cut the center.
At the center.
Should be a hole.
Okay.
Okay. Go to the right hand side corner. Cut the right hand side corner. Keep it somewhere else on your table or somewhere.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Now left hand side corner. Touch the left hand side corner. Cut it. Make a small hole over there. Keep the piece somewhere else.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now below one surface is still, plain straight line. Okay, straight
Yes.
surface is there.
Okay.
Cut that into
Monica,
semicircle.
how are you? I'm fine, sir.
Cut that
Sorry?
into a semicircle.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Okay.
That's
Like
right.
that, ma'am. Like that, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Like
yes.
Like
that,
that.
na?
Yes, yes. And now what you have to do is open your eyes, open
Okay.
the page.
Okay.
Okay.
Now everybody show me the page.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me click one photo. Let me click one photograph and then I'll comment on this.
Okay.
Just 1 minute, ma'am.
Show it to me, okay? Just show it to me. I'll just click one photograph so that I can show it to you afterwards. What you have done. Okay. Now everybody just see the work done by your other friends.
Yeah, yeah,
See
ma'am.
this shape
It's
made by Swati is different than the shape made by Rajkumari. All the shapes are different. See, same instructions are given to you. In spite of that, the shapes of each and every paper is different. Same instruction I have given you, right? See, this shape,
Yeah.
yes,
Pranita's
yes,
paper
yes.
is different than Rajkumari's paper. So that shows that everybody is having own creativity, isn't it? Even though the instructions
Yes,
are
Right.
same, even though you get the same knowledge, same understand, maybe understanding level is different, but according to the instructions given, you all have done, you have followed my instructions correctly, but still the output was different because everybody is having his and her own creativity. Okay, so clap for all
Right.
of you. Very good work done by you. Okay,
Ma'am, this
thank you
was
so
awesome.
much.
This was really very awesome creativity.
Ah,
Yes,
Means
I
this
that's
is
know,
what
I know.
understood very
we
well.
It
We can
are.
shows your
we
good
Right,
mind.
right.
can give an examples on our
We
papers
are
also. With
Yes,
the help of this
ma'am.
creativity, we can
We are
give an example in our
very
papers
good,
by
right,
very
writing.
right,
good.
right.
Okay, just put your videos off. We'll
Okay.
proceed
Oh,
further.
sure, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
So I think that was one of the good activity for you. Just like just change and let me share the screen once again. So just now we have seen that when we create something, then that is the higher order thinking by using our knowledge, by using the application, and after that, we reach to the synthesis stage, and that is called as the creating stage in the revised Bloom's taxonomy, right? Now see what is the meaning of these levels of thinking. There are 6 levels of learning according to Dr. Bloom. The levels build in on one another. So we have seen that hierarchy. The 6 levels all have to do with thinking. So level 1 is the lowest level of thinking and level 6 is the highest level of thinking. So first level was remembering, second understanding, third applying, four analyzing, five is evaluating, and six is creating that we have seen just now. See, remembering again the same diagram I'm showing with a little bit of explanation. Remembering means what? Remembering is recalling relevant information, recognizing something, listing something, or describing something, even retrieving or naming, finding. Okay, so all these the verbs which we are using are related to this particular objective, remembering. So whenever we write the statements, whenever we write the specifications of these objectives, this word is new for you, I know, but whenever we'll write that specification, then you have to use these verbs, right? So this first stage related to the recalling of the information or recognizing of the information. Understanding means when you explain the ideas. So understanding is explaining the ideas or concepts, making the sense of what you have learned, then interpreting something, summarizing, paraphrasing, classifying, explaining. If you reach to this level, if you can be able to explain the concept, if you can be able to explain the ideas, if you can be able to summarize something, then you have reached to the understanding stage. And that is what we want our student to achieve. Applying, using information in another familiar situation or in a new way. Okay, using the information in familiar situation or in a new way implementing it, carrying out something experiment or carrying out the demonstration, using something, executing something, that is called as applying. So applying in case of mathematics, solving the example, in case of like any other language, like explaining something in another familiar situation. Okay. Analyzing is breaking information into parts to explore understanding and relationship. So when we break the information into parts means what? We make small parts of the big information and we try to study it in detail so that we'll understand it properly. So relationships, comparing, organizing, deconstructing, then finding, all these verbs are used to show that applying stage, whether the students have reached or not. Evaluating is justifying. We have seen that definition, we have seen that formula also. So justifying means evaluating. So justifying the decision or course of action, checking it, hypothesizing, critiquing or experimenting or judging anything is evaluating. And the last stage is generating new ideas, new products, or ways of viewing things, designing something, constructing something, planning, producing. When you reach to the higher order thinking, then we can say that the student who have achieved all these stages till the higher stage has got or has reached to the higher level of cognitive domain. These are some of the action verbs, but we'll discuss about it later on. Let me go to the previous slide. You can see these slides. We have already learned this. Right. So this was the first slide which I have shown you before the explanation of cognitive domain. I told you that Dr. Benjamin Bloom's original taxonomy, which shows the hierarchical arrangement of objectives of cognitive domain, affective domain, and psychomotor domains. Right? Now, cognitive domain we have learned in details. There is still time. Yes. So what we can do is let us learn about affective domain, right? Now, affective domain, why we have to study affective domain? Like in last time, we have seen that all these, we should be good in all these three domains. Then only we can see that your all-rounder development is there, it observed, it is seen. So only having cognitive domain is not enough to become a all-rounder person. You should be good in the affective domain. As I said, affective domain means your emotional factor, your emotional aspects. What do you feel? So your feelings, your emotions, your, that's why it is related to the second age, that is your heart. Okay, because we say that all the emotions we feel in our heart, and that's why you should be good in affective domain. You should be good at feeling something, having the we can say the sensitivity about the events which are happening around us. We should have the good habits of cooperating with people, having emotional bonds, having sympathy with other people. That is also very important. So if you have got 95% marks or 98% marks, that doesn't mean that you are a very good person. If your qualities are good, if your habits are good, if you are sympathetic towards the human beings or the society, then we can say that the person is all rounder. And that is also not enough actually, because we are only talking about the affective domain. So the first objective in the affective domain is attention or receiving. Second is responding, then valuing, organization, and value complex. Okay. When you go through this, when we are talking about heart, when we are talking about emotions or feelings, so first comes is attention or receiving. See, whenever, so let me take a very simple example. Like if I want to create, sympathetic behavior in you. Like, I want you to become more sympathetic towards animals, towards your teacher, towards your parents. So what I'll do? So what comes in my mind is, maybe I'll tell you a small story. I'm having so many stories with me, but when we'll meet face to face, at that time I'll tell. Otherwise, a lot of time will waste in this, and that will be recorded on YouTube. That Madam is telling so many stories to the students. So I'll just tell you in short that maybe I'll tell you a story, emotional story, which will, the moral of the story will be like, you have to respect your parents. You have to, become more you can say sympathetic towards your parents and your teachers. So whenever I tell a story, what happens, you will be, attentive. That will be the first stage. Means you are attentive, you are sympathetic. That will come later. So if first of all, the first stage is, you should be attentive. Your full concentration should be towards the teacher who is telling you the story. That is called as receiving stage. When you are at the receiving stage, you try to get the knowledge, or whatever message is given to you, you try to accept that, keep that inside you. Okay, so that is your first stage. You should be attentive towards the information which is coming to you. You should be in the receiving stage of getting the information regarding the story or whatever it is, regarding the incident, or even while teaching also, we read the lessons, and in the languages where that value should be developed. Now if here people just, sometimes passively listen, just they are attentive just in the class, but when they actively participate, then this second stage comes, and that is responding. So
Ma'am,
whenever
can I
we are
give an
just telling
example?
them, just a moment, I'll just finish all these things and you can tell me the example,
Sure.
no problem at all. I want you to understand all the steps, and then you can tell me the example, right? So attention, first of all, you should be attentive, like I said, in the receiving mode, you can say, or in the receiving stage, that is the lower stage. And then after that, when you are, actively participating, yes, you are, eager to learn what teacher is saying. If you are eager to understand what is there in the story, you are there physically and mentally in the class. That means you are responding. That is the second stage. Now, valuing, giving importance, giving value to that particular concept which you are learning. So, giving importance to that, that is valuing, giving importance to that value which you are learning, or that particular concept which you are learning, giving importance, giving value, right? Then comes the organization stage. Organization means organizing, arranging, keeping everything, like it is like, collectively taking all the values which are there in the teaching of the concept, and trying to, collect all the things, organize it properly, and keep those things which are important, keep those things which are necessary to remember, and the other things which are unnecessary, keep it outside. That is called as organization. And then value complex. See, here we are giving value to that particular concept or that particular story, but value complex means giving more importance to the main value which is taught to you, and behaving like the same value, implementing the value inside you. So if you can be able to do that, then you have reached to the last stage, that is value complex. Okay, in some of the books maybe the names are different, but the meaning is same. Value complex is having that value, inculcating that particular value inside you. That is value complex. So in the affective domain, we have seen that feeling or emotion, or your behavior. For that, first you should be attentive. Sometimes students are seeing out of the class, watching some birds flying in the sky, and teacher is telling very emotional story. No use at all because they are not attentive, right? So we should be attentive, and that is the first stage. When you are responding means you are saying, yes, Hari, this has happened. Oh my God. Whatever is the response, and if you are actively involved in the class, that means you have reached to the second level. When you are giving importance, to that particular value, you are evaluating that. That means it is valuing. Organizing all the values which you are getting, number of values which you are getting, and keeping aside the wrong behavior or wrong things which were there inside you. Value complex, making that value inculcate inside you, giving importance to that particular value is your value complex. So if all these things stepwise, if you achieve, and if you achieve the last stage or the higher order stage of this particular objective, then it is said that you are also good in the affective domain. So you should be very sure about what you want to do, how your behavior should be, how your feeling should be, and you should be very, very strong. I'm not saying that you should not be emotional, just crying every time and giving excuses is not expected over here. Please remember this. Just crying is not shows that you are a very emotional person. No. Having sympathy is being emotional. Having good behavior, consoling something is a good behavior. Being strong at the adverse condition also is a good behavior. Crying is not the ultimate behavior which is expected from the student. So that doesn't show that you are emotional. When you are very strong even in the adverse conditions, then that is called as the value complex, that value develop inside you, and you are strong in the affective domain. Yes, somebody wants to say example of this. Anybody? Yes, anybody wants to share anything,
Yes, ma'am.
or is it
Like in
okay? Mm-hmm.
yes, ma'am. Like in attention receiving and responding, I can give an example. When I was teaching my class, there is a difference
Mm-hmm.
between listening and hearing also, right, ma'am?
Mm-hmm. Right.
When I'm explaining something, this means that the child is listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
And for an example, for a second division, there is a break going on, and I'm teaching in my class, and the child is paying attention to what
Mm-hmm.
that teacher is doing. So that means that he is just hearing it. Means what I am doing,
Right.
this is explanation. So there is a difference between listening and hearing. So he's listening to me, but he's
Very good.
hearing to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So this will come under
Yes.
attention, receiving, and responding. So he is
Right.
there, but his mind is somewhere else. So the response is not proper given from that child to me.
That's right. So that's why means that student has not attained the first level also. This attention level, the
Yes,
receiving
ma'am.
level is getting information, being ready for getting the information. And if the person is not attentive at all, if he's not ready in the receiving position only, in the receiving stage, if he is not ready, then responding is not possible, isn't it? At that
Correct,
time when we
correct.
ask the question, they respond only because they don't know what is happening in the classroom, right? So this is about the affective
Yes, ma'am.
domain. If you have any doubts about
Yes.
affective domain, you can ask. Otherwise, we will move further to
Sure,
the
ma'am.
psychomotor domain. It's okay?
Sure, ma'am. We can.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now
Thank
let
you.
us move to the psychomotor domain. Psychomotor domain is related to your skill. That's why the third H is hand. Hand movements, or it represent the skills, not only hand, but it shows that you should be good in your skills also. Your skills should be developed. So not only the cognitive, not only affective domain, but in psychomotor domain also you should be very good. You should be expert in this. It shows these objectives. So first is imitation, then manipulation, precision, articulation, and naturalization. These are the stages. And when student reach this particular stage of naturalization, then he reach to the higher level of attaining the psychomotor domain. Means that particular skill. So anything related to skill is related to psychomotor domain, and students should be good in cognitive, affective, as well as psychomotor domain. I think the time is over. So what we'll do, we'll talk about psychomotor domain in the next lecture, but it requires more explanation and proper explanation. But what I want you is, the purpose behind showing you these objective is that you think about these objective. Okay, you can search on Google also. There are many think about this objective, think about one example which is suitable for understanding these objectives, and try to come with the proper example, so that we'll discuss it more in our next lecture. Okay, so thank you so much. Today we have learned about the cognitive domain basically, and we have seen the knowledge comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation, which is related to the original Bloom's taxonomy. Then we have seen what is there in the revised Bloom's taxonomy, what are the changes done in 2001 with the example. Okay, so whenever something is asked to you, you have to mention the previous taxonomy as well as revised taxonomy. And major contribution of Dr. Krathwohl was there in the revised taxonomy. Please remember that. So we have discussed about it also. These things we have already learned. And let me come to this slide once again. Then we have discussed about cognitive domain. What are the objectives of the cognitive domain? If you are seeing this, just read it once again so that you will answer me. What are the objectives of affective domain? You'll have to tell me after I stop sharing my screen. So this is about, main two domains of Dr. Benjamin Bloom's taxonomy, which we have learned in details. And in the next lecture, we'll be talking about psychomotor domain. So let me stop sharing. Yes, now the question is, first question which we have already discussed, but that question I think it is very important question. Now, what are the objectives of the revised Bloom's taxonomy as far as the cognitive domain is concerned? Who will answer that? Shall I repeat the question once again?
Yes.
Okay. What are the objectives of Dr. Benjamin Bloom's revised taxonomy? Revised taxonomy. What are the objectives? Just name the objectives. That's enough for me.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
It's
Yes,
remembering.
Priyanka or Shweta. Who wants to answer?
Ma'am, I'm Shweta here.
Okay, Shweta.
It's remembering,
Right.
understanding, applying,
Right. Good.
analyzing,
Mhm.
evaluating, and creating.
Very good. Very good, Shweta. Very good. Now, my next question is, what are the objectives of affective domain? What are the objectives of affective domain?
Ma'am, may I? Mari Agarwal.
Okay. Yes.
Receiving.
Ma'am, may I?
Rajkumari.
Yes, ma'am.
Rajkumari. Yes, please answer.
Receiving,
Right.
responding,
Right.
valuing,
Receiving, responding, valuing,
organization, and characterization.
characterization,
Value of complex.
value complex. Okay. Who will tell me once again all the 5 objectives? Don't get confused
Ma'am,
between psychomotor and
Smita,
affective. Yes, Smita. Smita.
receiving,
Ma'am, may I?
responding, valuing,
Good. Yes.
organization,
Yes.
and value of complex.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good, Smita. What happened? Hello. Ah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then
Yes, ma'am.
thank you so much. Now you have to think about the psychomotor domain. Tomorrow I'll explain about psychomotor domain, and whatever we have studied till now, I'll make the PDF file of that and I'll prepare the notes and give it to you tomorrow, right? So till then, you'll have to try to
Sure,
find
ma'am.
out the example also of psychomotor domain and think about all the objectives. Okay, have a nice day. Bye bye.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Yes,
you so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you.